Thank you for joining us this evening for our December board meeting. And I would like to welcome all of you here. And we are going to have our prayer. Miss Glenda Morrison Fair is going to lead us. So if you will stand and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you, Chairman Bush. Let us pray. Dear God, tonight we reflect on 2023, acknowledging you for guiding us safely through another year. Thank you for protecting our children from harm and danger, seen and unseen. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to make a difference in the lives of the numerous families that we serve throughout Greenville County. Just last month, you allowed us to witness your grace and mercy as our first responders from Sevier School stepped up to the plate and saved a precious life. Thank you for still creating miracles. Now, in this season of giving and celebration, allow us to pause as we become strong and courageous, remembering our blessings and facing any challenges that will come before us. Give guidance to our hearts and minds as we enter 2024. Teach us to leave room for those who depend on us, on our generosity, our love, and our kindness. Character traits that generate hope and goodwill. Dear God, we are honored to place our hope in you. Amen.
Now, Dr. Presley, I am going to turn it over to you because I understand we have a special guest here tonight to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. If you will do the introduction.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Ms. Bush. We do. Tonight we welcome Sawyer Doherty to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Sawyer is a fourth grade student at Greenbrier Elementary School who currently serves his school as a flag leader. As a flag leader, he is responsible for raising and lowering the flag in front of the school. After graduating from high school, Sawyer aspires to become a pilot in the Air Force. He enjoys Spider-Man and the Muppets. As an aside, with my time that I had with Sawyer prior to our meeting, I asked him about his plans over Christmas, and he was very laid back and non-committal. He just said he did not really know what he wanted to do. And I feel like that's very healthy and a good way to approach the holidays. May we all take a page out of Sawyer's book. Sawyer is joined tonight by his mother, Jessica Doherty, his sister, Addie Doherty, and his principal, Ms. Lakeisha Brown. Sawyer, please lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much, Sawyer. Well done. Our next item on the agenda is the student performance. Everyone, as you were entering tonight, and as we were in executive session, we were able to hear wonderful voices throughout the building, and so we are going to see them live and in person now. I'd like to welcome the Blue Ridge High School Concert Choir. And if you'll note their names so that they will all be recognized, their names are up on the overheads, and the director, Jonathan Reed. And Miss Boardlaw is here from the principal from Blue Ridge High School.
We shall sing a thousand carols, proclaiming our wonderful Savior is born. We shall light 1,000 candles, dispelling our night with a glorious morn. We shall sing 1,000 carols, proclaiming our wonderful Savior Jesus was born to save us. We shall light 1,000 candles, dispelling the night of the glorious morn. We shall sing 1,000 carols, proclaiming our wonderful Savior is born. Go into the blinding night, sing of this great salvation. Take the glorious gospel light to every tongue and nation. We shall light up, we shall light us, as the candles dispel His light. We shall sing, praise our wonderful Savior, wonderful Savior is born. We shall light up, we shall light us, as the glorious, glorious Lord. We shall sing, wonderful Savior is born. Oh, we shall light 1,000 candles, dispelling the night of the glorious morn. We shall sing 1,000 carols, proclaiming our wonderful Savior is born. We shall all proclaim that our wonderful Savior is born. When the song of the angels is stilled, when the storm in the sky is gone, when the kings and princes are home, when the shepherds are back
we follow that. Absolutely.
I know how we can follow that. I have, can I have one?
Sure.
Follow that because we have Miss South Carolina in our audience. So if you would be so kind as to stand up, Jada, we are so pleased. Really, we think it can't get any better than that. It does. When you know that she's all about mentoring students and so forth. And I think we have a speaker that's going to speak on that in just a little shortly. So thank you, Ms. Bush, and thank you. Thank you.
Very welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight. The next item on our agenda is the adoption of the consent calendar. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to accept the minutes as prepared.
A motion by Ms. Lavinis Wells. Do I hear a second? A second by Dr. Presley. Was it Michelle? Okay, Michelle. Ms. Goodwin Caldwell. All right, is there any discussion? Any amendments, any editorials on the consent calendar? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries. Yes. Dr. Royster?
Thank you, Ms. Bush. With the approved personnel from tonight, I want to make a few introductions. Actually, I think none of these people may need any introduction. I believe you know all of them, but there will certainly be assuming new roles and responsibilities. First, Dr. Charlotte McDavid, who is becoming the Assistant Superintendent for Transformation. Charlotte, you stand.
And
Be responsible for a small group of schools, federal projects, Title I, and the focus school process and the Elevate implementation. So we welcome her to that new and challenging role, moving from her role in academics. Next introduction, Eric Williams. You all know Eric, who has served as the Executive Director of Career and Technical Education. He's certainly done an exemplary job in that role, but he's taken on a little bit different role for the coming year, where he will be supervising and leading as an Assistant Superintendent for School Leadership, Secondary and CATE, career and technical programs, including the 4 career centers, the Innovation Center, 3 middle schools, and 3 high schools. And prior to his role as a executive director of CATE, he was both a successful high school principal and a successful middle school principal. Eric, congratulations. Welcome to your new role. Filling out the balance of the position being vacated by Mr. Reimer, and I'm sure it will only be a matter of time till we hear that it took 2 people to replace him. I feel that coming on from him. But Joe Foster, who you all know as the principal at Woodmont High School, who's had a tremendous impact on improving the attainment of Woodmont High School and turning that around. We welcome him to his new role as Assistant Superintendent for School Leadership Secondary, where he will supervise the balance of the high schools and work collaboratively with Mr. Williams and also with Dr. McDonald as they move forward as a team to lead our secondary schools in the district. Joe, congratulations. We look forward to having you in that role.
Dr. Royster, I think he also brought someone with him. Could he introduce her? Thank you.
Very good. If she will just go over there and see Ms. Clements, we can go ahead and get her signed up while she's here. Next, I want to introduce, not the right word, because you all know her. In fact, you saw her sitting in here earlier today. But our most recently appointed Assistant Superintendent for School Leadership Elementary Schools, Dr. Susan Stevens. Susan. currently serves in academics, working primarily with our elementary schools and instructional area. Prior to that, she was a very successful principal at Wittenberg, and also was the principal in charge of all of our child development centers. So we welcome Susan to that new role and look forward to her leadership there. I'd also like to introduce, in his new role as assistant to the superintendent and ombudsman, Jason Warren, who is most familiar to you as having been the long-serving principal at Greenville High School, done an exemplary job there, and we look forward to him bringing those skills and leadership to this new role for him as assistant to the superintendent and ombudsman. Jason, congratulations. We look forward to having you. And I would be remiss at not recognizing Dr. Rashad Fitzpatrick, who is readily identifiable in his Christmas attire, and congratulate and thank Rashad. Congratulations to him, because before our next board meeting, he will be the superintendent, Lancaster County School District. We know they're getting an outstanding person. Rashad has done a great job for us, and I'm sure he didn't leave any problems unsolved down there, Jason, for you to work on. But he has been a great asset to Greenville County Schools in his role as assistant to the superintendent and ombudsman, and we wish him luck, though he will not need that because of his skills, not only in his knowledge and experience in education, but his ability to relate and get along well with people. So, Rashad, congratulations. We'll miss you, and we appreciate what you've done. If anybody's been around him much, what they will tell you quickly they will miss most is his laugh. Thank you, Ms. Bush.
Right, moving on to our next item is the appearance of visitors. And our Christmas gift tonight is that we only have one speaker.
Great speaker.
First, I would like to welcome the person that has signed up to speak tonight for the Board of Trustees, and thank you for your interest in Greenville County Schools. Before we begin, as each speaker's name is called, he or she should proceed to the podium at the end of the board's desk where there is a microphone and a light system. You will have up to 3 minutes to speak to the board. The light system will be green for the first 2 minutes and will turn yellow when 1 minute remains on your allotted time. In keeping with board policy KCA, abusive language or personal attacks aimed at students or staff members will not be permitted. All speakers are expected to behave in an orderly and respectful manner. The board will not engage in discussion with the speaker or respond to the comments. The superintendent will designate a member of the staff to respond to each speaker in an appropriate and timely manner. And the speaker on our sign up tonight is Alicia Brewster.
Good. Okay, all right. Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Alicia Brewster, and I'm the director of Greenville Mentoring Collaborative. It's a network of organizations working together to improve the quality of mentoring relationships as well as to close the gap that we have in our community. And I'm thrilled to be joined by Miss South Carolina, Jada Samuel. We decided to come early because Jada is actually going to be at the Miss America competition in January, so we couldn't come during National Mentoring Month and Greenville Mentoring Month, so we decided to come early, and it looks like this is the perfect time to come. So I stand on the shoulders of a strong network of family and community members who help to cultivate my leadership skills and opportunities in school and in the community. My amazing mentor was a veteran of the U.S. Army. She was the ministry leader of a church in Hinesville, Georgia, and it is only because of her that I was able to learn about some of the strengths and talents that I have. Today, I have the honor and the privilege, really, of being part of a network of mentoring organizations, over a dozen of them that are in our community, who serve youth and are committed to working together and to leveraging their assets to serve more youth in our community and to do it well. Our network includes organizations like Big Brothers Big Sisters, Fostering Great Ideas, Forward and Beyond, Girl Up Greenville, I Shape Me, represented by, of course, Miss South Carolina, Mentor Upstate, Momentum Bike Clubs, Mill Village Farms, Student Dreamers Alliance, Urban Leagues, Project Ready, and Young Brothers Academy. And we have one of the representatives of YBA, or Young Brothers Academy. Take the time to thank Greenville County Schools and also On Track Greenville for supporting our community's mentoring movement, specifically through the allocation of ESSER funds to sponsor, to help with Greenville Mentoring Collaborative's work. I also want to recognize a local school board trustee who has served as a mentor to many students in our school district and beyond over the many years, including my daughter, who is a Greenville County School graduate, Zora Brewster. At one of the most difficult times in her life, this trustee stepped up and she was a trusted friend. She gave her time, her passion, and really cultivated the person that my daughter has become today. So I want to thank you, Glenda Fair, for your love and your commitment to young people and to my daughter. I also want to thank Whitney Hanna. I want to thank Ann Lee Buck for being tireless advocates and invested partners over the years. As we've organized, we've researched, and we've really looked at the current landscape, the opportunities, and the best practices for improving the access and opportunity for our students through mentoring. So at this time, if we have a few seconds for Miss South Carolina to say a few words, I definitely want to make sure that you get to hear from your Miss South Carolina and also a recent graduate. Well, not too recent to you probably, but to me, recent, from Southside High School.
Okay.
She did not sign up, but I think that since we have no other speakers, unless I hear an objection by a board member, I'm going to allow her 3 minutes to speak.
I will
Spirit of Christmas.
use all 3 minutes. I promise to be conscious of your time. I'm Jada Samuel, Miss South Carolina 2023, and I'm a proud product of Greenville County Schools. I attended Robert E. Cashin Elementary, Hughes Academy, and I'm a proud Southside High School Tiger. And I have been shaped by so many mentors, and some of the mentors that I had at Southside High School who poured into me gave me the space to create an organization called I Shape Me. I struggled with self-esteem growing up, and those mentors who shaped my life allowed me the space to create an organization that has now served over 300 girls throughout the state of South Carolina. And we have a 12-week mentoring program that has been utilized at some of our Greenville County middle schools and also in Richland County, Georgetown County, Charleston County, and a few other counties throughout our state. So mentorship is extremely important to me. I get to use my year as Miss South Carolina to travel the state and implement my social impact initiative or community service initiative, and that is called Empowering Youth to Lead Through Mentorship. So I've partnered with Mentor, the national organization. I now have the opportunity to serve on the executive committee with Greenville Mentoring Collaborative and work with so many other partners throughout the state to pair our disadvantaged youth with mentoring programs in the state and also give adults just like you all the opportunity to connect with mentoring programs and find the perfect fit for you to give back and serve. So I am grateful to be doing that. I'm also grateful to be touring the state with a book focused on teaching young kids about what mentorship is. It's called Joy on a Journey, Finding a Mentor, and it's available to you all on Sunday if you would like to purchase a copy for any of your students. I'll be touring 4 different school districts next week: Lawrence County, Fairfield County, and hopefully after Miss America, I can find some partners in the room to make it happen for all of the elementary schools in Greenville County. But again, I'm really grateful for this opportunity and hope that you all take this moment to take the charge to connect with mentors in your community, but also to use your time at school to allow mentoring programs to come into your lunch hour and connect with students and figure out if they're a good fit for programs that already exist. Allow those mentors to come in and use those times to pour into students, because that is exactly what they need. And I'm getting close to that 3 minutes that I said I wasn't going to use up, because I am a talker. So I'm going to wrap it up and just say thank you all for having me and allowing me to speak anyway.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. The next item on our agenda is the superintendent's report.
Thank you, Ms. Bush. I prepared a fairly comprehensive and lengthy report, but in the interest of the season and the holiday spirit, I will simply say to you, I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and you can move on.
All right. Everyone is in the Christmas spirit tonight.
I would just like to just say one thing. Yesterday, we were at the county, and Dr. Royster presented to all the city municipalities as well as the county, and you would be proud of his representation of our district, because he focused on every aspect of what we're all about. And I know it would not have been possible with all of your assistance in the PowerPoint, but Nancy did a fantastic job putting that together. But Bert knows more about this county and about this district than any superintendent I've known here. He is polished, he is professional, and his deliverance is impeccable. And with that being said, you won't hear me say many nice things, but tonight I'm going to be nice. But
The spirit of Christmas.
Thank you for
Thank you, Ms. Levin, as well.
Well, thank you.
Right. All right. We will move into our action items. The first item on our agenda is 5.01. It is the request from Langston Charter Middle School to terminate charter with their charter with the Greenville County Schools. The recommended motion came from the Committee of the Whole and does not need a second. Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
All please, roll call.
Ms. Brett,
Yes.
Mr. Cochran,
Yes.
Ms. Doolin,
Yes.
Ms. Goodwin Caldwell, Ms. Levinas Wells,
Yes.
Ms. Middleton,
Yes.
Ms. Morrison Fair,
Yes.
Dr. Presley, Ms. Bush.
Yes.
Unanimous.
None,
Right, unanimous. The motion carries. The next item on our agenda is the employee grievance appeal. Do I hear a motion?
Ms. Bush, I motion to deny the request for a hearing of the employee grievance appeal and affirm the administration's response to the grievance.
Okay, I have a motion by Ms. Brett. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Middleton. Is there any discussion? Do we need to go into executive session?
I have not been privy to the conversations. I'd like to recuse myself from this vote.
Okay, all right. All right, thank you. Seeing no discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. The next item on our agenda is the continuous school improvement plan. And that was, comes to us from the Committee of the Whole earlier today, and it is a recommended motion to approve the continuous improvement plans for Grove Elementary, Sue Cleveland Elementary, Berea Middle, Lakeview Middle, Berea High School, Carolina High School, and Southside High Schools as presented. Is there any discussion? Any questions? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries. That finishes our action items. We have a committee liaison reports. Are there any committee reports tonight? Ms. Morrison Fair?
Thank you, Madam Chairman. I would just like to report that we just had our annual legislative conference in Charleston this weekend, December the 1st through the 3rd, and that is where we set our policy that we will work on throughout the year. Very active conference. We had an opportunity to learn what went on in other districts, and I can say that Greenville County is doing well. I was totally pleased with what we're doing here. This work is very tedious. It doesn't happen overnight, but we have people who are dedicated and who are willing to work with the children in this county. So I appreciate being able to represent you on the state level.
Thank you, Ms. Morrison Fair. Hearing no others, we'll move on to our monthly finance report.
Thank you, Ms. Bush. There is no item of particular note to draw to your attention in the monthly financial reports. If you have any question, Ms. Stacker, I'll be glad to answer those for you.
Do you have any questions? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion.
Motion to adjourn, Madam Chair.
A motion to adjourn and a chorus of seconds. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, motion carries. May you all have happy holidays, and we will see you